Welcome to the back room, boys. Leave your badges at the door. We play for keeps tonight, and we always settle the score. Cigar smoke hanging low beneath the swinging light. 5 my bosses at the table looking for a fight. Stakes are getting heavy, stacking up the dirty green. Biggest underground casino that the city's ever seen. Frankie from the west, I got a sweat upon his brow, looking at a pair of queens, he wants to fold them now. Jimmy the razor sits across with eyes cold, empty eyes. Everybody in the joint is feeding on the lie. Slip a diamond from the cuff, an ace right up the sleeve. In this den of wicked thieves, you gotta make them believe. Tension slicing through the room, sharper than a knife. When you gamble with the syndicate, you gamble with your life. Roll the dice, deal the cards, Mafia, rock and roll. Selling out your steady heartbeat, bargaining your soul. Spin the wheel, place your bets, blood upon the field. Gonna play the crooked hand that the devil dealt. We're the kings of the underground, shadows in the game. Nobody leaves the speakeasy looking quite the same. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the betting sound. We're the richest, baddest syndicate in this town. Tommy spots a sleight of hand, a joker in the deck, grabs a snub-nosed 38 and points it at his neck. Nobody makes a fool of me, he whispers through his teeth, kicks the wooden table over, draws the weapon from the sheath. Chips are flying in the air, raining on the floor. Everybody draws their steel, knocking over the decor. Bartender hits the panic switch, reaching for the gauge, turning up the temperature on this criminal stage. Suddenly a heavy crash is echoing outside, sirens wailing in the night, ain't nowhere to hide. Bulls are busting down the door, swinging with the lead. Gotta grab the canvas bags and make a dash ahead. Roll the dice, deal the cards, Mafia, rock and roll. Selling out your steady heartbeat, bargaining your soul. Spin the wheel, place your bets, blood upon the field. Gonna play the crooked hand that the devil dealt. We're the kings of the underground, shadows in the game. Nobody leaves the speakeasy looking quite the same. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the betting sound. We're the richest, baddest syndicate in this town. Steps into the fray, I blast a hole right through the glass and make my getaway through the alley in the back, running in the rain, jumping in the Cadillac. We beat 'em at the game, count the cash up in the seat. $100 bills, nothing like a narrow escape. Could give you all the chills, leave the losers in the cuffs, singing to the law. Fastest draw in the casino that you ever saw. Roll the dice, steal the cards, Mafia, rock and roll. Selling out your steady heartbeat, bargaining your soul. Spin the wheel, place your bets, blood upon the field. Gonna play the crooked hand that the devil dealt. We're the kings of the underground, shadows in the game. Nobody leaves the speakeasy looking quite the same. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the betting sound. We're the richest, baddest syndicate in this town. Yeah, take the money and run, boys. Leave 'em with empty pockets. We got a little business that the mayor can't ignore. He's sitting in his leather chair, sweating through his suit, thinking he's a big shot, thinking he's astute. But I toss a brown envelope right up on his desk, told him that his recent moves were looking picturesque. He opens up the paper, sees the black and white glossy, caught him in the act with a downtown flapper floozy. The thermostat is pumping, but he's freezing to the bone, realizing he's a puppet sitting on a paper throne. Yeah, the color drains right out of his fat and greedy face. We got the highest office in a total state of grace. Click, clack, light a match, puffing on a big cigar. We just bought the city without opening a jar. Sign on the dotted line, make the ink flow heavy. We're draining every dollar from the municipal levy. Oh, it's a city hall shakedown, playing through the Mafia beat. We got the politicians crawling at our very feet. Hear the slapback echo, hear the double bass pound. We're the undisputed rulers of the underground. Pulling all the puppet strings, making all the battle calls. Got the brass by the collar in these hallowed marble halls. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a blackmail machine, the slickest shadow government that you have ever seen. No need for a jury when you own the master key. We're running this metropolis as far as you can see. I want the union contracts, I want the shipping docks, I want your chief of police to forget about our blocks. You're gonna rubber stamp every racket that we run. All these dirty little photos hit the morning sun. He's stammering and shaking, reaching for his golden pen, knowing that he's dealing with the most ruthless of men. We got him in the corner, got him backed against the wall. It's a long way down when the mighty take a fall. Slide the ledger over, let me balance out the books. This town belongs to racketeers, the gangsters, and the crooks. Yeah, the color drains right out of his fat and greedy face. We got the highest office in a total state of grace. Click, clack, light a match, puffing on a big cigar. We just bought the city without opening a jar. Sign on the dotted line, make the ink flow heavy. We're draining every dollar from the municipal levy. Oh, it's a city hall shakedown, playing to the Mafia beat. We got the politicians crawling at our very feet. Hear the slapback echo, hear the double bass pound. We're the undisputed rulers of the underground. Pulling all the puppet strings, making all the vital calls. Got the brass by the collar in these hallowed marble halls. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a blackmail machine, the slickest shadow government that you have ever seen. No need for a jury when you own the master key. We're running this metropolis as far as you can see. Single copper on the neighborhood beat. They all answer to the dawn, they all kiss the ring. When you got the right dirt, you can make the mayor sing. No need for the timing goods, no need for the knives. We just use the dirty secrets from their miserable lives. Stomp on the gas of the caddy, hear the engine roll. We're walking out of City Hall and locking up the door. Oh, it's a City Hall shakedown, playing to the Mafia beat. We got the politicians crawling at our very feet. Hear the double bass pound. We're the undisputed rulers of the underground. Pulling all the puppet strings, making all the vital calls. Got the brass by the collar in these hallowed marble halls. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a blackmail machine, the slickest shadow government that you have ever seen. No need for a jury when you own the master key. We're running this metropolis as far as you can see. Yeah, keep the photos in the safe, keep the ledger completely clean. The smartest racketeers that the city's ever seen. We own the gavel, we own the judge, we own the mayor's soul. Taking over the metropolis with Mafia rock and roll. smoking up the devil's moonshine. We parked the Cadillac down by the weeping willow tree. Got a trunk full of dynamite and a thirst for victory. The smell of sour mash is floating heavy in the air, but we ain't coming out tonight to play it nice or fair. Got my Fedora polo, got my collar pop pie. We're gonna light up the dark of the midnight sky. They're counting up the greenbacks, loading barrels in the truck, but the boys from the south side are completely out of luck. Click, clack, crack the slide, moving quiet through the dirt. Somebody in the distillery's gonna get severely hurt. I kicked the wooden doors in with my heavy leather boot. Told the local bootleggers I'm looking for the loot. They drop the glass bottles, they go reaching for the steel. Now this underground racket is getting mighty real. Pull the pins out the grenades, toss them on the copper floor. We're knocking real loud on the syndicate's front door. Oh, it's a distillery raid, playing to a rock and roll beat. We're spilling out the whiskey on the dirty gravel street. Hear the slap back echo, hear the double bass pound. We're burning every rival operation to the ground. Copper stills are exploding, painting all the shadows red. Ain't stopping this rhythm till the enemy's dead. Yeah, the Mafia rock is a blazing hot inferno, moving through the underworld just like a sick tornado. Rivers of the white lightning burning in the furious night. The undisputed champions of the bootlegger fight. The flames are licking high up the wooden ceiling beams, drowning out the sirens and rival gang screams. I take a heavy burst from a rusty Tommy gun. Ain't nowhere for the bathtub gin runners to run. A bullet caught my shoulder, but I brush it off with pride. We got the devil's own luck, riding shotgun by our side. Smash the oak barrels, let the ember liquor flow. We're putting on a hell of an underworld show. The fire's catching fast, turning night into the day. The syndicate is collecting and somebody's gotta pay. Click, clack, rack the slide, moving quiet through the dirt. Somebody in the distillery's gonna get severely hurt. I kicked the wooden doors in with my heavy leather boot. Told the local bootleggers I'm looking for the loot. They drop the glass bottles, they go reaching for the steel. Now this underground racket is getting mighty real. Pull the pins out the grenades, toss them on the copper floor. We're knocking real loud on the syndicate's front door. Oh, it's a distillery raid, playing to a rock and roll beat. We're spilling out the whiskey on the dirty gravel street. Hear the slap back echo, hear the double bass pound. We're burning every rival operation to the ground. Copper stills are exploding, painting all the shadows red. Ain't stopping this rhythm till the enemy is dead. Yeah, the Mafia rock is a blazing hot inferno, moving through the underworld just like a sick tornado. Rivers of the white lightning burning in the furious night. The undisputed champions of the bootlegger fight. Caving in, the smoke is blinding every eye. We're taking back the territory, reaching for the sky. Grab the lockbox full of cash resting on the office desk, leaving this operation looking mighty picturesque. Run back to the V8, jump inside and slam the door. This ain't just a robbery, it's a terrifying war. Hit the gas pedal heavy, leave the burning woods behind. We're the craziest rock and rollers you will ever find. Oh, it's a distillery raid, playing to a rock and roll beat. We're spilling out the whiskey on the dirty gravel street. Hear the slap back echo, hear the double bass pound. We're burning every rival operation to the ground. Copper stills are exploding, painting all the shadows red. Ain't stopping this rhythm till the enemy is dead. Yeah, the Mafia rock is a blazing hot inferno, moving through the underworld just like a sick tornado. Rivers of the white lightning burning in the furious night. The undisputed champions of the bootlegger fight. Yes, sir. the underground king.
Stands packed under the blazing afternoon sun. The syndicate is sitting heavy, ready for the run. Big boss Tony got $1 million riding on the bay. He paid the jockey off to make sure he takes the day. Got a silk suit on, Fedora tilted to the side, watching all the thoroughbreds getting ready for the ride. The briefcase full of cash is sitting underneath the seat. We own the whole damn track, we own the city street. The bugle blows loud, the starting gates crash and fly. A cloud of dirty dust is rising up into the sky. The fix is in, boys, the victory is bought and sold. We're taking all the silver and we're taking all the gold. Hold on to your tickets, let the fast horses run. The Mafia's making money underneath the betting sun. Criminal beat, the deadliest race you'll find on a syndicate street. Hear the slapback echo, hear the double bass pound, with the baddest racketeers anywhere to be found. But wait a minute, look out on the outside lane. There's a dark horse coming like a runaway train. He's tearing up the dirt, he's ruining the master plan. The boss is turning red, screaming at his right-hand man. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a high-stakes ride, knowing for the double-crossing jockeys to hide. The thoroughbred named Phantom is taking up the lead, moving like a bullet with a supernatural speed. Our blind jockey's pulling heavy on the leather reins, but the dark horse is rushing like ice in the veins. Tony drops his fat cigar burning on the concrete floor. This ain't a friendly race, this is a declaration of war. The bookies in the back are starting to sweat and shake, knowing that the mob has got a deadly move to make. The bugle blows loud, the starting gates crash and fly. A cloud of dirty dust is rising up into the sky. The fix is broken, boys, the victory is slipping past. We're losing all the silver and the gold is fading fast. Reach into your jackets, boys, and grab the loaded gun. The Mafia's furious beneath the betting suns. Oh, it's a running to a criminal beat, the deadliest race you'll find on a syndicate street. Hear the slapback echo, hear the double bass pound, with the baddest racketeers anywhere to be found. But wait a minute, look out on the outside lane. There's a dark horse coming like a runaway train. He's tearing up the dirt, he's ruining the master plan. The boss is turning red, screaming at his right-hand man. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a high-stakes ride, nowhere for the double-crossing jockeys to hide. Nobody leave the track. We lost $1 million and we're taking it all back. Load up the Tommy guns, rack the heavy 12-gauge shell. We're turning this racetrack into a burning, living hell. Oh, it's a fixed derby, running to a criminal beat, the deadliest race you'll find on a syndicate street. Hear the slapback echo, hear the double bass pound, with the baddest rocketeers anywhere to be found. But wait a minute, look out on the outside lane. There's a dark horse coming like a runaway train. He's tearing up the dirt, he's ruining the master plan. The boss is turning red, screaming at his right-hand man. Yeah, the Mafia Racket's a high-stakes ride, nowhere for the double-crossing jockeys to hide. The grandstands are empty and the panic starts to rise. No one cheats syndicate, no one survives. Yeah, time for a trim, boys. Taking a minute to relax. Old man Tony got the lather in the wooden bowl. Just a quiet Tuesday morning for a crooked soul. Suit jacket hanging on the heavy iron hook. Reading through the numbers in my little black book. Straight razor shining like a diamond in the light. Scraping off the shadow from the racket in the night. Ain't a worry in the world, ain't a copper on the beat. Just the rhythm of the city and the rumble of the street. Suddenly the front door shatters into dust. Three men walking in with a heavy Tommy truck. Click, clack, the barrel, let the hammer fall. We're gonna take a ride and we'll risk it all. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire in the shop. Ain't no time to bleed and there ain't no time to stop. Mirrors are breaking, the shaving cream is flying. Some of them are shooting and the rest of them are dying. Got the fedoras low and the collars high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet goodbye. We're the kings of the underworld, lords of the night. Living on the edge and we're looking for a fight. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the sound. We're the baddest syndicate in this town. Tony hits the deck, hiding underneath the till. I reach into my pocket for my trusty little pill. Snub nose 38, heavy in my hand. Time to make them realize who runs this piece of land. Flip the heavy chair, kicking over the cologne. Hearing bullets ricochet and listening to them groan. Shot the first rat right between his ugly eyes. Second one is panicking, taken by surprise. You came to kill the king in a neighborhood saloon. Now you're gonna end up in a wooden box by noon. Suddenly the front door shatters into dust. Three men walking in with a heavy Tommy trust. Click, clack, the barrel, let the hammer fall. We're gonna take a ride and we'll risk it all. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire in the shop. Ain't no time to bleed and there ain't no time to stop. Mirrors are breaking, the shaving cream is flying. Some of them are shooting and the rest of them are dying. Got the fedoras low and the collars high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet goodbye. We're the kings of the underworld, lords of the night. Living on the edge and we're looking for a fight. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the sound. We're the baddest syndicate in this town. Finally settling up on the checkered floor. Third guy is crawling out the shattered front door. I walk up behind him, grab him by his bloody coat. Hold the shiny razor blade right against his throat. Tell your boss to keep his nose out of my domain, or the next time that I see him I'll be bringing down the pain. Toss him in the alleyway, leave him in the trash. Walk back to the counter, pulling out a roll of cash. Keep the change, Tony, buy yourself a shiny new glass. Sorry for the trouble, but I gotta kick some ass. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire in the shop. Ain't no time to bleed and there ain't no time to stop. Mirrors are breaking, the shaving cream is flying. Some of them are shooting and the rest of them are dying. Got the fedoras low and the collars high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet goodbye. We're the kings of the underworld, lords of the night. Living on the edge and we're looking for a fight. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the sound. We're the baddest syndicate in this town. Wipe the leather off my face. Not even a scratch, boys. Straighten out the tie and walk away. Yeah, that's how we do it. the engine, boys. We got a schedule to keep. Hear that V8 rumble?
It's time to own the street.
Wow! Store boss, if he ain't got the scratch, he's gonna suffer the loss. Got a Chicago type of rider sitting right on the seat. When the boys come to town, you better retreat. Fuzz on the corner, they're looking the other way. We bought the whole precinct, there's nothing they can say. Click, clack, racket back, hear the rhythm of the night. We're stepping out the shadows and we're looking for a fight. Welcome to the racket, welcome to the mob. Doing dirty DJs, just a little job. Tommy gonna rock, let the hollow points roll. We are the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Swing that bat, make the double bass slap. Catch a rival crew when we wipe them off the map. V8 engine screaming out of control. Long live the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Pulled up to the joint with the neon glowing bright. Step through the doors, gonna shake them down tonight. Frankie's at the bar, pouring whiskey on the ice, while Jimmy rolls the bones, yeah, he's shaking up the dice. Some two-bit hustle tries to pull a little heat. I gave him one look and he's staring at his feet. Nobody disrespects the family name. In this concrete jungle, we are rigging the game. Fuzz on the corner, they're looking the other way. We bought the whole precinct, there's nothing they can say. Click, clack, racket back, hear the rhythm of the night. We're stepping out the shadows and we're looking for a fight. Welcome to the racket, welcome to the mob. Doing dirty DJs, just a little job. Tommy gonna rock, let the hollow points roll. We are the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Swing that bat, make the double bass slap. Catch a rival crew when we wipe them off the map. V8 engine screaming out of control. Long live the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Yeah. They say crime don't pay, but my pockets are fat. I got a diamond pinky ring and a Fedora hat. And from the docks to the clubs, every street is mine. Cross the family once and it's the end of the line. We got eyes in the alleys, we got ears in the walls. We're the ones who answer when the underworld calls. So pour another drink and let the jukebox play. The bosses of the city are here to stay. Welcome to the racket, welcome to the mob. Doing dirty DJs, just a little job. Tommy gonna rock, let the hollow points roll. We are the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Swing that bat, make the double bass slap. Catch a rival crew and we wipe them off the map. V8 engine screaming out of control. Long live the kings of the Mafia, rock and roll. Yeah, we run this town. Mafia, rock and roll, baby. Keep the engine running. We're out of here. Don't forget the cash. See you in the papers tomorrow. Deep in the shadows, under the street. Yeah, dig it, boys. Down in the muck and the mud of the drain, working like dogs in the subterranean rain, swinging the iron and the swing situation, gotta do it quick. Federal Reserve is sitting right up above, packed full of bullion, the only thing that I love. Sweat on the brow and the dirt on the suit, we're taking the subterranean route to the loot. Joey's got the dynamite, Frank has got the wire, ready to light up a multi-million-dollar fire. Up on the pavement, the boys are making a scene. Tommy guns rattling, painting the avenue mean, keeping the coppers distracted and looking away, while we are stealing the absolute score of the day. Mafia, rock and roll, digging in the deep, stealing the gold while the city is asleep. Rumble in the gutter, thunder on the street, cops are getting dizzy on the downtown beat. Got the fedoras low and the collars high, kiss the boring life a sweet goodbye. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the sound, taking all the millions right from under the ground. Hit the solid concrete, bring out the heavy drill, sparks flying high in the dark, giving me a chill. Vibration shaking the dirt from the cavernous roof. We're stealing the stash and leaving absolutely no proof. Hear the vault cracking open, a beautiful noise, nothing like a jackpot to motivate the boys. Shiny gold ball stacked up to the ceiling high, gleaming like the stars in a midnight sky. Stuff the canvas bags till the stitching starts to tear, ain't no other syndicate that can even compare. Up on the pavement, the boys are making a scene. Tommy guns rattling, painting the avenue mean, keeping the coppers distracted and looking away, while we are stealing the absolute score of the day. Mafia, rock and roll, digging in the deep, stealing the gold while the city is asleep. Rumble in the gutter, thunder on the street, cops are getting dizzy on the downtown beat. Got the fedoras low and the collars high, kiss the boring life a sweet goodbye. Mafia, rock and roll, baby, hear the sound, taking all the millions right from under the ground. picture's starting. Pass the popcorn, baby.
Wait, who are those guys?
Get down. Sitting in the caddy with the red top rolling down, taking out the prettiest little lady in the town. Driving movie playing on the giant silver screen, watching Bela Lugosi in a horrifying scene. Cherry red lipstick in and a milkshake on the dash. I was hoping that this lovely evening wouldn't crash, but I see the heavy headlights rolling through the ticket gate. 3 black sedans looking filled with ugly hate. Tommy boys from the east side crashing on my date. Guess I gotta show them that they made a big mistake. Quickly cracked the barrel, pushed the lady to the floor, kicked the heavy door open, settling the score. Moving monster screaming from the speaker on the glass. I'm about to put a bullet in a rival monster's ass. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire at the picture show. Cadillacs are spinning and the rubber's gonna glow. Silver screen flashing while the ladies flying blind, leaving all the popcorn and the innocence behind. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life of sweet lead, feel goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia, rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate, ruling the lot tonight. Yeah, ruling the lot tonight. Hit the ignition, hear the heavy flathead scream, tearing through the parking lot, breaking up the dream. Dodging all the Chevys and the Fords upon the road, putting on a violent and spectacular auto show. Gunner in the window of the Lincoln taking aim. I return the favor in this deadly little game. Sparks are flying upward, hitting the projection beam, painting all the shadows like a crazy twisted dream. Spin the heavy wheel, kick the tires in the dirt. Somebody in the darkness is about to get hurt. Could crack the barrel, push the lady to the floor, kick the heavy door open, settle in the score. Moving monster screaming from the speaker on the glass. I'm about to put a bullet in a rival monster's ass. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire at the picture show. Cadillacs are spinning and the rubber's gonna glow. Silver screen flashing while the ladies flying blind, leaving all the popcorn and the innocence behind. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life of sweet live, feel goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia, rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate, ruling the lot tonight. Yeah, ruling the lot tonight. Ram the black sedan into the concession stand. Hot dogs and the sodas flying all across the land. Rival bosses crawling from the twisted smoking wreck. I put the shiny barrel right against his dirty neck. Tell your miserable crew to drop the Tommy guns, or you ain't gonna live to see the setting of the suns. Siren in the distance, wailing on the highway line. Time to take the lady and the caddy looking fine. Dust off the tuxedo, wipe the powder from my face. Fastest getaway out of this cinematic place. Mafia, rock and roll, gunfire at the picture show. Cadillacs are spinning and the rubber's gonna glow. Silver screen flashing while the ladies flying blind, leaving all the popcorn and the innocence behind. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life of sweet live, feel goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia, rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate, ruling the lot tonight. Yeah, ruling the lot tonight. Yeah, smooth ride, baby. Sorry about the milkshake. Let's catch the end of the movie somewhere else. Mafia, rock and roll. Hear the rumble in the dead of night. Got the Tommy gun packed up tight. The boys are ready, the suits are pressed. We're heading west where the devil's gas. We hit the vault at 2:45. A smooth operation, just the boys and me. Stuff the canvas bags with the cold hard grit. 10 grand dead or alive. But they gotta catch me first if they want me to arrive. I got a pocket full of shells and a heart of solid stone. Better leave the local boss and his syndicate alone. We run the rackets in the alleys in the dark, from the harbor docks right up to the park. Ain't no flatfoot gonna put me in the pen. I'm a made man, baby, I'm a lion in the den. Mafia rock and roll, tearing up the street, rubber on the pavement, feeling the heat. Got the fedoras low and the collars high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet goodbye. We're the kings of the underworld, lords of the night, living on the edge and we're looking for a fight. Mafia rock and roll, baby, hear the sound. We're the baddest syndicate in this town. Yeah, right, Your Honor. We're leaving! Sitting in the wooden box wearing a tailored suit, listening to the prosecutor acting mighty cute. Jury's looking nervous, sweating through their Sunday best. Got a dozen charges pinned upon my double-breasted vest. Judge is looking down with a scowl upon his face, thinking he can put the king of rackets in his place. He raises up the heavy gavel, ready for the strike. But Frankie's in the gallery and he don't really like the way the conversation in this courtroom's going down. We're gonna show these flatfoots who really runs this town. Hear the heavy gavel drop, guilty is the word. Craziest little sentence that a mobster ever heard. The wooden bench pulls the Tommy out. Time to give this legal system something to cry about. Mafia rock and roll, busting out the courtroom door, shattering the windows, dropping coppers to the floor. Ain't no iron bars gonna keep the king inside. We're taking a spectacular gravity-defying ride. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet lead-filled goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate running from the law tonight. Bullets tearing through the oak, ripping up the legal books. Bailiff trying to draw his steel, giving me those dirty looks. I flip the heavy table over, block the flying lead. Ain't no federal penitentiary waiting for this head. Joey's waiting in the alley with the roaring flathead truck, engine running hot and loud, wishing me a bit of luck. I climb up on the windowsill, 3 stories in the air, looking at the flashing sirens, but I really do not care. Bulls are busting through the double doors behind my back. I'm stepping off the ledge and jumping to the canvas sack. Hear the heavy gavel drop, guilty is the word. Craziest little sentence that a mobster ever heard. Frankie kicks the wooden bench, pulls the Tommy out. Time to give this legal system something to cry about. Mafia rock and roll, busting out the courtroom door, shattering the windows, dropping coppers to the floor. Ain't no iron bars gonna keep the king inside. We're taking a spectacular gravity-defying ride. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life, a sweet lead-filled goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate running from the law tonight. out the pain. Joey hits a screaming gas, driving in the pouring rain. Frankie swings down from the fire escape and jumps inside. Smoothest legal exit that a syndicate has ever tried. Read about it in the papers on the morning news, how the king of the underworld gave the judge the blues. Tossed the ruined jacket out into the muddy street, lighting up a fat cigar, victory is tasting sweet. They thought they had me cornered, locked away for good, but they just don't understand the kings of this neighborhood. Mafia rock and roll, busting out the courtroom door, shattering the windows, dropping coppers to the floor. Ain't no iron bars gonna keep the king inside. We're taking a spectacular gravity-defying ride. Got the fedoras low and the collars pulled up high. Kiss the boring life a sweet lead-filled goodbye. Living on the ragged edge, looking for a heavy fight. Mafia rock and roll, leaping out into the light. We're the baddest syndicate running from the law tonight. Yeah!